Top of the morning there to you lads. Currently sit in the ice bath. Do this about 2-3 times a week. Keeps me pretty humbled, disciplined. Today we're back out at our Aurora Bay project in Drummoyne. We're going to start marking up the ground floor. We smashed out all the basement like you've seen in episode 3. We're going to hit that today, and yeah, I thought I'd just show you a bit of what I do in my personal life here in the morning. So yeah, the missus is about to come in. She's going to work out as well. So I like to get after it in the morning, set the day right. So we'll see you on site. All right guys, Aurora Bay, let's get it. Hey guys, here with Dave from Syntech. If you need anything solar, electric related, is the guy.
We specialise in high-end residential, just like what the boys at ORRIVIAN are doing, and we do a lot of commercial, just like shopping centres, child centres and things like that. So you can find us at Syntech Electrical Group.
Yeah, we'll throw up one of his videos here so you can see a bit more about what he does.
David here from Syntech Electrical Group. We have just wrapped up another huge project for Revella here at Pemulwuy Marketplace. We've just installed a 99.9 kilowatt solar system backed with a 50 kilowatt hour battery pack. Let's jump on the roof and check it out. We design our systems to last a lifetime. And the way we do that is incorporating walkways just as this one that I'm standing in. These walkways are very important to maintaining the system throughout its lifetime. It gives us clear access to maintain, service, test, and clean the system. This 99.9 kilowatt solar system is utilizing Trina 620 watt panels. Now we've coupled those panels with the SunGrow SGX 110 kilowatt inverter that suits this project perfectly. Now this system here is expected to save the customer almost 60% off their electricity bills. That's equivalent to $18,000 per year in savings. We're down here in the service room where we've installed our inverter and our battery system. Now here we have 50 kilowatt hours of battery storage. This is going to allow the center to utilize their generated energy from during the day deep into nighttime right up until they close, making sure that they stay self-sufficient all year round.
So we don't just mark our lights, we actually mark all of the elevations, so the kitchen joinery, all of the laundry, and everything to scale, so we know exactly where everything goes. We don't rely on like the plumber's markings and stuff like that. We always go off our own plans that have been approved. That way we know 100% we're doing the right thing. So yeah, we'll sweep all this out and we'll start the markup, so I won't bore you too much with the broom. Sweep this thing out, eh? Look at that, I can eat off of that. Morning guys, so we're at the Drummoyne project, Aurora Bay, like we were saying earlier. We're going to take you for a walkthrough. You're going to hear some noise. They're pouring concrete upstairs in the dental walls. Where you are right now, you're in like an outdoor sitting area with a big planter box to your right. This is a big fresco area, so you got your barbecue this end, you got the sitting end down the other end, you got a nice little feature cabinet and stuff down there. Big table here, you got heaters on the roof, some nice lighting, a big neon light recessed in the roof here. Behind me is the showcase of the property, which is going to be a massive infinity pool. Grass area here, you know, you can relax, sunbake, stuff like that. And then as you walk around to behind the infinity pool, you've got a drop down sunken fire pit and lounge there, which is actually acts like a bar, as if like you're in Bali or something like that. So beautiful atmosphere out here. You're going to have rock speakers everywhere, so you're going to have a lot of music. It's going to be great. Big sliding doors from one end to the other that open all the way up. They are tinted on the outside so people can't actually see in, but clear as day from the inside you can see out. This is a living room, so you're going to have a TV on the wall, big fireplace. It's going to look grand, you know what I mean? It's got all big marble and stuff like that. We've actually got a pretty unique pendant, but it's not really a pendant, it's like a floor lamp slash pendant. It's actually bolted into the ground here and goes up to the ceiling. And it's a pretty cool design. We'll show you that on the renders. LED cove lights that wrap around the whole top here to give the walls a bit of a wash and a feature. This wall is actually finished, so nothing's going to be on here. So this will be beautiful once we got the light shining down here. It'll be a nice spot here, so they're going to hang like family photos, stuff like that. Matty here on the scene, got that POV for you lads. Hey, we think about yous. This here, you're going to have the big island bench. There's going to be like a dining table and stuff here. This island bench is going to be pretty big. It's going to go from one end to the other. And then behind me here, you've got all of your kitchen. If you look over to your left, it's going to be the stairwell that goes up and goes down to the basement.
The ceilings are all finished?
Yep. Alright guys, let's get back to it. Some of the builders are just over a few other properties, saying we're out, just communicating, making sure everyone's on par, which we are always. Rivian's never late, mate. Dining table here, nice big dining table. Overhead pendant. Over here you've got a massive island bench. You're also going to have an overhead pendant. They sort of complement each other so they don't look out of place. Nice big grand kitchen behind us. So it's going to look nice. So it shows the renders, but it's going to look beautiful. On the actual ceiling, it's going to be long track lights. They're going to have individual heads on them that we can turn on and off via the Dali system. So even though they're all one big tracking system with about 10 heads on there, we can actually turn individual tracks on and off. So for example, if you want all the track lights off, but you just want the 2 spotlights on the track light here to shine this wall to illuminate all the family photos and all your good times in life, you can do so. We'll move into the office now. Nice big office here. It's going to look smick. But yeah, it's going to, you can't really see, you will see on the renders outside the window here. Once they clear all this out, it looks atrocious at the moment, but that's building for you. Once they get all this stuff out of the way that they need to use to make your house look amazing, there's actually going to be a pond here with a water fountain. It'll look crazy. On the left, nice big grand staircase that goes up and down. So that comes all the way up from the basement all the way up to the first floor. Straight ahead is your front door. The front door is going to open up to all the step-in platforms with all the fountain and the water and stuff. Beautiful. We continue down here. This is the lift, as you've seen in episode 3 where Luke showed you the lift downstairs. It's actually where you come up here. So you walk out of the lift, you met with the kitchen. Going to be a nice powder room, so you're going to have a toilet in here. You're going to dress it up with some marble, Venetian plaster, some pendants and stuff. It's going to look really good. Walk through here. This is also going to be the butler's kitchen. So if they have guests over and they want to hire a chef for the night to cater them. So this door is going to have a striker on it. Striker, well basically they'll be able to know whether the door's open, closed. They can open and close it for people that are coming over. If say one of the kids are coming home from school, he can use his phone to unlatch the door and unlock it. So yeah, pretty cool feature. You walk around here and then you're met back with this beautiful view. I don't want to spoil too much because we do have a beautiful showcase coming up in the future. Boys are still downstairs doing all of the cabling for the home automation, a bit of AV cabling as well. But we're going to start marking all this up so the boys can pretty much come up here and just keep cracking on. Keep in mind, we mark all of the joinery up, so we sort of lead for all the other trades as well, so we make it comfortable when people get here, they can see where everything is.
Alright guys, gonna go check on the boys because it is recess, as they call it. Boys just started running the rest of the feeds like EV chargers, lift, saunas, a whole bunch of stuff. Look at the food, mate.
Banana, mate.
Banana.
Trying to lose weight.
He's on the cut, the big man. I'm on the bulk. What's Chris got?
Oh, you know, the mango, avocado and honey.
Chocolate spread sandwich.
Chocolate sandwich. Did you get enough sleep last night?
Never. Never enough sleep, always winning.
They were setting off fireworks right in front of his house.
I had to arc up for like 20 minutes until the
What'd you
cops
say?
came.
You were standing with your undies on, just staring at him?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have left.
it's my undies, that's it. No, over 20 minutes, just till the cops came. Did what I had to do.
Tell them what they done last week.
Oh, broke into my house, stole my AirPods, stole my house keys.
While he was sleeping with his door open.
Naked. Anyway, this is what it is. Live and you learn, right?
Devin joined the crew. He's going to see out the rest of his days here. He's not going anywhere. First time on the job here at Aurora Bay. What did you learn this morning?
What cable we can use for different power outages. 1.5 for the smoke alarms, 2.5 for AC, cool, I think it was?
6 mil?
No, for those 2.5.
Oh, 2.5, yeah.
I know there's a 6 mil for the sauna, and now we're running the 4 core for the smoke alarm, so there's back to base.
Beautiful. Not many people know what back to base is. You're probably a licensed sparky and he knows more about it than you do already. The insurance companies most of the time won't actually insure your house unless you have a back to base smoke alarm. Luke's huddled down in the shade there, you know that bare skin he's got? Bloody lobster.
The reason why we try to mark up all the joinery plans is to have cables in exact positions so we don't have to come back later and try and find cables that are not in the right position. So the closer we can get to the right position now, it's going to save us a headache later.
600 mil. Yep.
And we got 2300.
2300. Yep.
And we got 950.
950 for the fridge.
And
Sub-zero fridge.
350.
Then 350 from there.
Yeah.
Just there. What were we? 600. 600. 600. Yep. Oh, that firstly. 23.
Yep.
Yep. Is it cooktop oven here or just cooktop?
Cooktop.
Yep.
This is going to be oven stack.
Oven stacked. Times 2.
Yeah. $1,100.
Is it the same length as the kitchen?
No. I'm assuming it's going to be in line with this.
It's a kitchen. Not bad. Bit of ASMR for you boys, eh? AC above. This is where we'll bring our first dedicated feed.
Doggies, let me tell you why you need a financial buffer. Doesn't just buy you safe. It's a sneak peek.
That's how you get. We've learned a lot from all the older generation above us. It's taught us everything we know. We want to share it with you. You know what I mean? We've learned a lot of stuff financially, mentally, stuff to do with your physical. So this room's big enough for a queen bed. It's probably a bit overkill for a king bed. Measure from one end of the room to the other. We've got 3,600, 3.6 meters. So what we're going to do is find our center point, which is 1,800, 1.8 meters. That's that black dot on the wall. Queen bed in Australia, just the mattress alone is generally about 1520. So what we're going to do is half that, 1520, 760. 760? That's us. All right. So keep in mind, guys, that is just the mattress. It doesn't take into account the bed frame. So what we like to do, just so we know 110%, we give about 100 mil each side. That's from pretty much all bed frames. My bed frame at home, I have about 300 that goes around my entire bed, but generally not really going to have that in a guest bedroom like this. So then after that, 100 mil, we'll give a 600 gap for a bedside table. Most bedside tables 600, some are 450, but we generally go off the 600 mark. From there, we'll find the center point of 300. That's where we'll have our power points and the bedside table switches. Okay, so for me to show you how that looks on the ground is that's the bed, that's the bedside table, that's the bed, that's the bedside table. That bed would come out more. Could be a bed, it could be a little couch. And up here we'll go PowerPoint. We leave them long just in case they want to have them down low, but we'll wait for the client's approval, see what she wants to do there. And yeah, so that's basically what we do. We don't have switches on the wall on this side, but normally in the master bedrooms or the kids' bedrooms, we'll have a switch as well above those bedside tables so they can just press it, go to sleep.
We just called the owner and we did that all for nothing. No, we still taught you guys how to mark up a bed, how to lay it out. So it's good for you guys. Bit of a waste of time for us, but it is what it is. So it actually is the office layout that is on the plan. So there's going to be joinery, the left side, on the right side going all the way up to the ceiling. We're going to have a couch here with a PowerPoint behind. We're going to have a study desk with PowerPoints underneath. We're going to have a TV on the wall. So when we're marking out right now, we're not marking out any lights or data. We're just doing power and feeds, just so we obviously have the boys downstairs after lunchtime. They're going to be ready to start roughing up here. So we want that ready to go for them. We need them moving. We can't have them standing around waiting for us to mark stuff out. So Chris and I, the fastest way we've learnt, just mark out the power in the feeds, because the workers, they got to smack the work. On a house like this, because you know you have very technical lights, Chris and I, we've got to take time to figure them out, if they're going in pelmets, if they're recessed, what kind of cables you have to run to them. It takes a lot of time. So generally you do that home and then you bring that information to site. If you're doing that on site, we could be standing here for hours trying to work out one light. I'm not even joking. That's our plan. We're going pretty well. I think we just got the fireplace, the dining area to mark out, and then we're good to go. Have some tucker. By the way, guys, just before we start the fireplace mark out, this is finished wall. So yeah, they formed this up with ply. Like Annandale, if you remember, they stamped it. So this is just a basic finish. But I've just noticed, just here, look at that. That's not good, eh? Someone's already chipped it. We're gonna mark up this fireplace. It's gonna take us a little bit of time. How about you guys head down to Matty and Devon, see what they're cracking on with. I reckon they're smashing it.
Lunchtime.
Yeah.
Matty down here. There's our arsenal. Is it arsenal? No. There's our artillery. There's the medic. You're the only person I can kick, huh? What, bro? I'm gonna get a list on the wall here of all the dedicated power circuits that the boys have got to run. He's gonna come up, run all those power circuits. We've got ovens. We've got all blind feeds for automated blinds. Just like that, it's all done. Mine by Scribble, call me Mr. Squiggle. I don't know if any of you viewers are old enough to know who Mr. Squiggle was. Used to creep me out, eh? I used to cry when he came on the screen. Laundry, 3 fridges, gonna be on the essential services for the backup.
Why do you have 2 laundries, guys?
Because some washing machines will take a full 20 amps, eh? No joke. Like, some of those big houses, they have big washing machines. Like this place has 2 washing machines, 2 dryers. So I'm not going to run the risk of just running one. They haven't got the dryers yet, but I always run 2 just in case. And then I also keep the power points, the general power points in that room separate as well. As you can see down here, the laundry and butler's pantry area. They're literally dedicated just for the washing machines. Washing machine and the dryer. And if anything happens in the dryer or the washing machine blow up, it doesn't affect the rest of the house. 3 fridges, so the fridge here, the fridge in the butlers and the freezer in the butlers. They're on dedicated circuit because they're going to be a part of our backup system. The essential, we call them essential services. So that's anything that is going to be backed up to batteries when there's a blackout. They'll stay powered. The zip hot water, we've got one of them as well. The unit's in the butlers, but the tap's in the kitchen. Instantaneous hot water. You might have been in like an office before and they have like the zips on the wall. You put like that little foam cup under it to get boiling hot water. That's like what a zip is. But for a house, it's a little bit different. They put them in cupboards. 3 ovens. So you got 1 in the butlers and 2 in the kitchen. You got a blind circuit. So all our automated blinds, they're just running off 240 and then being all meshed together through the Zigbee system. And then they'll hook that into the control 4. Outside fountain, anything outside, wet areas and stuff like that, we keep completely separate to the inside. So the outside fountain, we'll run that dedicated. Office, dining and our fresco. So that's that whole section down the back there. We have the office / guest bedroom, living room, dining room, and there's a section out there where they have just a little joinery thing. That power point's going to be in a cupboard, nice and protected, so I don't mind that one. Then we got kitchen, laundry, bathroom, pantry / butler's kitchen. So that's this whole area here. You've got a bathroom here, the kitchen, the butlers and the laundry. That's only for general purpose power points, so plug in like toasters, kettles, vacuum, stuff like that, hairdryer, straightener. Alright, after that you got 2 alfresco heaters. They're going to go outside on the ceiling of the alfresco. We do have to double check all of that because it is a timber roof, so we have to make sure that all the distance from the roof and stuff in the manufacturer's warranty, that we're within all those ranges so we don't burn the bloody roof. They're also going to have isolation switches, so we like to just put a ceiling row so it looks nice and neat, and then we'll put a isolation switch on the side somewhere. Keep in mind, check the wattage of the heater because the ceiling rows might only take 10 amps. The heater itself might draw up to 17, 18 amps, so be careful if you put a ceiling rose, the thing's gonna melt. AC fan coil, for us, we got a mad aircon guy, his name's Con. We just run the feed straight to his aircon coil for the VRV systems and he loops all the rest for us. Top bloke. I've also got the cooktop, 6mm. I think it's going to be ignited here off gas, but we'll just run it anyway. I'm still tossing up whether I'm going to throw a single phase 6mm or 3-phase 6mm as it's on the house, because the Riven boys like to look after people, not just about money around here, mate. So we acknowledge that this is a home for someone, and they could have been spending the last 30 years saving up every coin they could to build this place. So we acknowledge that, we make sure we do the right thing. So we're going to get cracking onto this. Matt's going to lead the team as usual, and let's get it.
Just pull whatever you need to make it comfortable.
Alright guys, so we're currently marking out all the switch layout. As you know, this is a Control 4 automation house, so all the switches are wired in a bus data cable. This is a shielded cable, so it's got protection against electromagnetic distortion from power cables. So the key part about these switches is that they're very user-friendly and you can change the layout of them whenever you want. So say it was originally set out and programmed for the pendants for the kitchen, a couple LEDs, some downlights, maybe a blind. That switch is full, but the owner wants it changed. Say, oh, I want the pool lights on this switch now. Programmer can be at home. He can change the switch that says, let's say, the blinds. He can get rid of that blind switch, and then he can change it to the pool lights. So it's very user-friendly. You can change it whenever you want. And then another key feature is scenes. So say the owner comes up from the basement out of the car. She wants to turn on an entertainment scene. She presses one button, it can be engraved entertainment, and all the lights, the blinds open, the speakers start going off, the heaters turn on, the pool lights turn on. It's called a scene. It's really awesome. Another good example of a scene is, say, a master switch. When you go into bed, you get into your bed, you press the master switch, locks all the strikers, puts all the blinds down, turns all the lights off.
We've got our dedicated circuits, bathroom, marked up all the kitchen, got the fridge, zip hot water, cooktop, range hood, power point, oven. But basically it's pumping out all the power, get that out of the way, get it ticked off, then we'll hit the next task. So we'll start running all the security. After that, we'll start doing all the access control, which is part of the security, but we treat it separate. All the touch screens, audio, AV, TVs, datas, it's all happening.